Yes, people, welcome back to Albert J TV match review or live match reaction. Yes, Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. In the title, I think I've put disciplined but still an away defeat. And that may sound a bit negative, but when I sort of go through it, it probably won't sound too negative, if that makes sense. But yeah, guys, welcome back to the channel again. Yeah, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to my channel for the first time. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, this is the first time I think I've done a match review, more or less kind of straight after the game. I just listened to what Mikel Arteta had to say. So I thought, let me come on and do my reaction in regards to the game. But we all know the statistics of Arsenal with their record against top 6 sides. 2015, and the last time we won against this was against Man City. There's also another stat when I was looking at before the game when they said that I can't remember the year they did it from, but Arsenal are like 16th in regards to points won against the big 6. You know, there's teams like Burnley that have got a better record. I think we got 10 points, and that really does sort of hammer it home in terms of our performances away against the big 6 teams. So we see the team line up. My initial thoughts, was there any surprises? Just looking at notes here. Not really, to be honest. I was actually glad to see Saka start. I just think anytime he plays, he affects the game, home or away. But yeah, as you saw just before the start of the game, in the warm-up, Rob Holding gets injured, so David Luiz comes in. That probably would have been the only surprise for me, that Holding would start ahead of David Luiz. But I think they said it was a hamstring injury of Rob Holding that he got injured, so David Luiz starts in the team. Going on to the game, I actually thought for the first sort of 20 minutes, both teams were feeling each other out. But that, to me, that wasn't a surprise if you look at the 2 head coaches. So they sort of snuffled each other out. But then, literally a couple minutes after that, Man City get the goal. I looked at it and I'm trying to think if I could pick any fault in regards to anything that Arsenal could have done better, really. I know people talk about Bellerin and his positioning and committing, and then obviously Foden turns him inside, and then you just in that position there as a defender, no matter who you are, you cannot recover in that position. But you know, Raheem Sterling scores against us again. So and I thought after City got the goal, for about a 10-12 minute period, I thought they controlled possession of the ball. We were sort of sitting we was pretty compact, to be fair. We wasn't getting run ragged, but obviously Arteta set us up in a way that we wasn't going to get overrun. The spaces were quite tight in between for City to try and work past our defence, I thought, personally. Again, I think it does show again with Arsenal, with the 5th game into the season, our 4th game in, sorry, that the creativity is still, even with Ceballos starting, it's still a little bit of an issue. Obviously, we saw with the Arsenal front, it looked like William was playing off as a false 9, and Aubameyang was still on the left, and then Pepe was on the right, which it kind of disappointed me, because if we wasn't going to start Lacazette, which we didn't, then we kind of ultimately thought that Aubameyang would start down the middle. I thought even at worst, in terms of the interchange between the front 3, I thought Pepe would probably play more centrally as opposed to it being William, which was a bit of a surprise to me, to be honest. But yeah, City, like I said, had that 10-12 minute period after the goal, and then we sort of kind of came back into it. I mean, both goalkeepers were quite busy in terms of Ederson and Bernd Leno. Bernd Leno makes a save from Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez. Saka has a great chance, and Aubameyang has a great chance in the first half. I mean, I initially thought with the Aubameyang chance that he was offside, but when they showed the replays, he was on, and that was a big chance, man. Like, fair play to Ederson, it was a good save. He stood up big, tried to make the goal small, came out and nullified the angle for Aubameyang to score. But even before that, Saka, who I actually thought was our best player in the first half, I thought he looked the more dangerous. He took City on. He was very progressive. He got into dangerous areas in the wide areas, and he was a threat even to score goals. But again, to give credit to Ederson, he came out, completely nullified the angle, and it goes over the bar. So yeah, we're going at 1-0 down at half time. I think if we'd have gone in 0-0 or at 1-1 even, because you have the chances there, because when you get chances away against the big six, you might not get many chances, but we had 2 in that first half. We've got to put away one of them, and we didn't, unfortunately. It was Saka and Aubameyang. But yeah, I said Saka was our best player in the first half, I thought personally. I thought he was excellent. So yeah, like I said, Aubameyang had a big chance. I don't know whether he thought it was... I obviously thought he probably played to the whistle, but he missed that chance there, unfortunately. And like I said earlier, we conceded the goal. You could look at it, what we could have done better. I probably would need to watch it again, to be honest, when I watch Match of the Day highlights tonight. But I'll try and sort of analyse it and scan it to see what went wrong there. But, you know, Sterling scores again against us. What can we say? But yeah, Leno made 2 good saves in the first half. And obviously, like I said, Ederson did the same for Man City. So we go into the second half. Again, I thought City started well. I thought it was a bit of a pattern, a little bit in the first half, in the sense City had a lot of possession of the ball. We didn't really have, for me, Arsenal have any sort of cohesive patterns of play. But what we sort of still kind of kept, you could see Mikel Arteta had a game plan just to keep the shape of the team and not to. Because listen, we've gone to these away grounds over the last 5-6 years, and we've gone 1-0 down, 2-0 down, and we've taken an absolute battering, an absolute pummeling. But we kept our shape and kept our discipline. But what that kind of meant for me watching the game was that still creativity-wise, like I said, even with Ceballos in the team, because obviously with Ceballos, he is our creative player in the middle of the park, but he's playing from a much deeper position. But then, if you're to give me a choice out of who do I want, what midfield player do I want to receive the ball from the back 3, it's going to be Dani Ceballos over Granit Xhaka. But yeah, City controlled. No, I'm not saying they created loads of chances. I don't remember or recall too many chances they created in the second half, to be honest. But then we didn't sort of create many chances. But yeah, it was... There's a point when we had the free kick in the second half, right? Now, to me, David Luiz ended up taking it, but Pepe and Aubameyang have got to just be a bit more... Tell David Luiz to just move, go, man. You take the free kick. I thought there wasn't a better... I thought I would have preferred to have seen Pepe take it, or even Willian, to be honest, but he took it well over the bar. We go sort of deep in second half. We're still... That's the thing with Arsenal. What Arteta has improved, I must admit, is we've become more resolute and we're keeping ourselves in the game. With it only being 1-0 at the time, you know, and the way City have sort of started the season indifferently, if we'd have put one of them chances away in the first half, I'm going to talk about the possible penalty claim when I come to the end of the review. But yeah, he's staying at 1-0. You've got a chance, man. But even when we made the subs, because Pepe and Xhaka came off, and then we brought on Thomas Partey and Eddie Nketiah. I think there was an early substitution when Willian came off. I'm trying to remember who came on now. It's absolutely gone out of my head, so apologies for that. But yeah, even when Lacazette came on, for me, we're chasing the game at 1-0. I know we're keeping in the game, you know, it's only 1-0 and a goal can change the game, but I just wanted us to see us put the pressure on a little bit more. But Lacazette was playing, for me, way too deep. Listen, it might have been part of the game plan, I'm not sure. But if you're 1-0 down, 10, 15 minutes to go, I like to see us we saw in the last chance saloon in the game, the last 5 or like 3 to 5 minutes, should I say. Bellerin was sort of pushing forward. David Luiz taking a bit more risks. At one point, he put in a fantastic cross in the box to Aubameyang, but Kyle Walker's pretty smart in terms of easing Aubameyang out of the way, sort of thing. But yeah, like I said in my title, discipline but still in a way defeat. You can see the changes there with Arsenal. Like I said, we've gone to a lot of these away games over the years, and let's be honest, we fold. But we're not doing that these days, and that's down to Mikel Arteta. Again, people will talk about the creativity, and I'm going to talk about it because it's an issue. But unfortunately, the transfer window is closed now. You know what I mean? It's not going to be open for another couple of months, so that needs to be addressed. Yes, we got Thomas Partey, and that's who I wanted. But in terms of going forward, in terms of the season, we need to address that area. We absolutely need to address it because it's going to come back to bite us on the arse, man. We might fall a little bit short, even with the Thomas Partey signing to get top 4. But yeah, summary of the game really. Looking at stats, looking away. City 59% possession, Arsenal 41%. If you look at all the other stats in terms of shots on target, fouls, corners, they're pretty similar. But yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing, but some people will be like, well, not surprised looking at our away record away from home against a big 6. But you can see the small fruits of change in, when we're going to the away games now, we're not getting absolutely bombarded and pummeled. It's going to take time, but the creative issue is still a problem. I thought Gabriel again played well. I thought he was. Honestly, I think he's been excellent since he's come to Arsenal. Willian, I was disappointed in. I actually think he's only played well in one game this season, and that was the first game of the season away to Fulham. I would still like to see a bit more from Bellerin. It's not really going too much on tonight's game, but more so his attacking threat. Going forward, offer us something. With Tierney and Saka, they do it from the left-hand side, but from the right-hand side, it's still a bit... I'd like to see a bit more from Bellerin, personally speaking. But yeah, I thought personally, I thought our best player was Bukayo Saka. I thought he was excellent. He showed some of the senior pros, you know what I mean? Like, let's take it to these guys, man. Let's get forward. And if you're going to be ultra critical, you think he should have scored. But I actually would have backed Saka to score in that position in the first half. The penalty claim in the first half with Gabriel, I actually could have easily seen that being given. I've seen situations like that being given as penalties before. I've seen a lot less happen for a penalty to be given, but it wasn't. I actually don't think it was even reviewed by VAR, which speaks volumes. But yeah, we take the L, man. What's that? 28 games without a win. We've conceded 65 goals or something. That's a lot of goals, man. But yeah, we move on, man. We've had 2 big tests this season, 2 away games, Liverpool, Man City. We come up short, unfortunately. It's going to take time. Arteta's not going to work miracles. But yeah, you know what? We had the chances tonight to get a result, man. Yes, it'd have been fantastic to play amazing attacking football and create loads of chances, but we had 3 good chances in that game and we never took them. And that's the difference, man. Small margins. But guys, drop your comments down below. Tell me who you thought your best Arsenal player was. What did you make of the Arsenal starting lineup? What did you make of the team performance? Drop your comments in down below. Like I said before, let me check my thing. What am I doing now? Yeah, so guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell as well so you know when my content's coming out. You can get me on Twitter and Instagram. My link is in the bio. But yeah, guys, that's me over and out. Like I said, Arsenal man of the match for me was 100% Bukayo Saka. Thought he was excellent. Again, productivity, positive, progressive. That's what you want from your main guys really in the team to perform in the big games away. But Aubameyang quiet again. Like I said, big chance there in the first half. But what can you do? But yeah, the guys, that's me over and out. Over and out. Hashtag Man City 1, Arsenal 0. Boys, let's move on.